Everybody vibes with the all-new Camry. A standard 225-horsepower engine and an available sport-tuned suspension provide the power and agility to take you anywhere. And to do it in style. With available features like the two-tone midnight black metallic roof, color-matched sport grille, panoramic glass roof, and cockpit red leather trimmed interior, the Camry has never looked better. And because every all-new Camry is a hybrid, it delivers up to an EPA-estimated 51 miles per gallon combined. Whatever your vibe, it's a Camry vibe. Learn more at toyota.com/Camry. Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month, we're talking about adversaries, women who fought for their place in history, whether they fought to get to the top of their sport, against how society perceived them, or fought with each other to be champions. We're talking about women who broke barriers and sometimes did seemingly impossible or unspeakable things to carve out their place in history. This episode of Womanica is brought to you by the all-new Toyota Camry. You've likely heard of Alexander the Great. His half-sister, like him, was a force to be reckoned with. She was both a princess and a warrior. Please meet Cynane. Cynane was born in the ancient kingdom of Macedonia in 357 BCE. She was the first child of King Philip II of Macedon, and his first wife, Odata, an Illyrian princess. In some reports of Cyane's life, her mother was captured by her father. In others, they joined families to quell the fighting between their two nations. In Illyrian culture, women had high standing and were seen as equals in both intelligence and ability. So Odata, Cyane's mother, raised her daughter in the Illyrian way. She taught Cynane how to ride horses, hunt, and fight. But Illyrian culture and Macedonian cultures were different. As Cynane came of age, she became famous for her fierce abilities and military knowledge. As the daughter of the king and the sister of Alexander the Great, she sat on the royal court of Macedon. But she refused to behave as they believed women should. She was her mother's daughter, and she wasn't afraid to show it. In her teenage and young adult years, Cynane fought in battles far and wide. In one particularly stunning fight, she killed the Illyrian queen on her own and rode ahead of the Macedonian army, guiding them through battle. Tales of her prowess began spreading across the kingdoms. Despite her might, it was necessary that Cynane married, and she did. Her father, King Philip, gave Cynane away to her cousin. She eventually gave birth to a daughter, Adea. Just like Cyane's mother before her, she taught Adea how to fight, hunt, and ride horses. Cyane's marital life didn't last long. When her father died, her brother, Alexander, assumed the throne. But he was paranoid that someone might try to take the crown from him, like his brilliant sister. So Alexander had Cyane's husband executed. Cynane was young and, as a royal, expected to remarry. But she remained single, dodging the offers presented to her by her family. As a king, Alexander the Great had plenty of things to worry about. But his sister and her competitive spirit stayed on his mind. When Alexander left Macedon to conquer Persia, Cynane remained at court, biding her time and training up her daughter. Not long after, Alexander died. By 323 BCE, Cynane had no husband or father, but she needed some kind of political assurance. So she hatched a plan. She'd marry her daughter off to her half-brother, Philip III, after he was chosen king. This plan could secure her future, once again putting her as close to the throne as possible without actually being on it. So, Cynane raised an army. She led them to Babylon to force a marriage. Despite her courage, Cynane was stopped in her tracks. She was killed by Philip's brother and an army of supporters. But her cause wouldn't die with her. Cyane's death sparked outrage among the Macedonians, even the supporters of her half-brother. They demanded that Adea, a warrior with royal blood running through her veins, take her rightful place on the throne. Adea married the king and took on the name Eurydice. Just like her mother wished for her, she became a queen consort with the king's ear. She used her mother's teaching to help lead a series of brutal wars. But life in this era was unstable, and her proximity to power didn't last long. Sienna's daughter was killed and laid to rest in 317 BCE alongside her. Despite the fact that Cynane died in an ancient kingdom, the legend of her strength and her fearlessness lives on. All month, we're talking about Adversaries. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow. Everybody vibes with the all-new Camry. A standard 225 horsepower engine and an available sport-tuned suspension provide the power and agility to take you anywhere, and to do it in style. With available features like the two-tone midnight black metallic roof, color-matched sport grille, panoramic glass roof, and cockpit red leather trimmed interior, the Camry has never looked better. And because every all-new Camry is a hybrid, it delivers up to an EPA-estimated 51 miles per gallon combined. Whatever your vibe, it's a Camry vibe. Learn more at toyota.com/Camry.